address on December 6th. So I won't hopefully take up too much of your time, except I'm pleased to announce that there haven't been any 727s flying at night. And I think it's taken us about 20 years to have that occur. And yes, with Senator Corbett regarding the airport, if it weren't for her, we would not have had the litigation that was filed against the Port of Oakland. And talk about acknowledging individuals in the audience. Francois Gallo is standing back there. Francois Gallo is the individual who used to go to conferences on behalf of NAXL. And he attended a conference in Seattle, the SeaTac airport, and came back with some great information involving children and airplane noise and the fact that it interfered with their education. So with that, we did take it to the school board, the two of them, San Lorenzo and San Leandro, and as a result of, I want to give Francois all the credit, but as a result of NAXL's work and Francois' work, both districts split, I believe it was $5 million in order to sound insulate those 4 schools. And I think of that, both of us are pretty proud on that work. And as you mentioned, individuals, you know, there are many people who have come through the city of San Leandro, really beginning with the Ohlone Indians, and then represented by the settlers in the middle 1800s, following incorporation in 1872, who really made this city. I think one of the factors that most individuals within the city doesn't quite understand is its entrepreneurial spirit. That spirit has been there from the time of the Indians. And we were the county seat at one time, and in 1868 there was the earthquake that allowed Oakland to become the county seat. But there are a lot of individuals who've gone here, names like Begier, Farley, you know, and Hobbs, all of these individuals. And I submit to you that you folks should, each and every one of you, should read 2 books. Our Garden Grows in Eden and San Leandro History was written in 1951. There are others, and if you're interested in the Portuguese community, there are several books on the Portuguese settling here in San Leandro, and that's really one of my proudest, I think it's a proud achievement of the Portuguese community, because in 1941, with a population of, I believe it was around 26,000, whatever, 90% of the residents at that time were of Portuguese descent. Quite naturally, the city is becoming far more diverse, and I submit that what is really missing on this city council, and I hope soon it will occur, but we do need an Asian member to take his or her seat on this city council. On top of that, maybe we need to look for it also needs a strong Hispanic. Both those communities have the largest percentage of residents in this city, and they are not as represented as they should be. I believe we had the first Asian American, well, she's actually from China, but she is a naturalized citizen, run for school board. And really, when you look at it, she took over 40% of the vote, which is amazing. And it's a real start for the Asian community. And they need to build upon that, and they need to find representation. And those 2 groups also really need representation on the school board, in my opinion. And I want to thank, and I did this a couple of weeks ago, to naturally everyone who has allowed me to serve this city for as long as I have. I couldn't have done it without the Marina Fair Homeowners Association, the San Leandro Associated Homeowners, the Associated Homeowners of San Leandro, nor those homeowners groups that I submit to you are no longer as strong as they were. Homeowner associations in this city, believe it or not, made it what it is. You have this type of government because of the East Shore Homeowners Association. I'm not even going to tell you where it is. I want you to go look it up and find out. Because those individuals on the west side of town felt they lacked representation. And what did they do? They got together and changed and amended the charter. They actually had created a 7-member council with one council member being at large and the council electing the mayor. And that led to the directly elected mayor amendment in 1960, and as we all know, Jack Maltester, who served longer than anybody as mayor in the city, some 20 years, was the first directly elected mayor. And I'm very happy and proud that I followed in his footsteps, and I'm proud to have followed both Senator Corbett and Mayor Emeritus Sheila Young. Each and every person who serves on this council, irrespective of political affiliation or employment or whatever, serves because they feel they can make a point in sitting up here. They love, everybody who sits up here loves this community and works for it. I've been a part of this community now, I almost hate to say it, for 60 years. My auntie moved here in 1949. It's actually 61 years. My dad and mom followed, then my uncle followed. My brother's still here, and I moved here with my wife and family in 1963. We made San Leandro a part of our family. And I know that Councilmember Stevens and I, we leave this city in excellent shape, irrespective of what a lot of people have said in a recent past. This city can function with or without us. This city has functioned without me for 120 years, and I'm sure it'll be here for another 120 years without me. So we cannot go forward thinking we're better than anyone else. We're not. We're on the same ship. I want to thank my family who are here, my son, my daughter was here, I don't know if she's still here, and my wife, and I do have to thank her very much. And Melita and I have been married 55 and a half years. Both of us faced war and survived. And both of us survived my 4 years in the United States Air Force while I served in Germany, and that's where I met her. I have been more away from home, and I'm sure Councilmember Stevens and Connie can attest to that. We were married 1 week, and I had to fly off for 3. And then, when I moved home, I thought I knew where we lived. I found out my darling wife had moved without telling me where to. So I had to chase her down, you know. And I found her in the afternoon, to be honest, because I came in from a mission in the morning, and I naturally rushed off to go home. And when I got there, they said, "Well, you no longer live here." I said, "Oh, that's wonderful," especially when it was in German. But I guess now, and Melita has already told me over this last week that she has a lot of things that need to be done around the house. So, and I no longer have to run off to Washington D.C. or Oklahoma City or wherever, except if we want to go on vacation, and that'll be about it. But and you know, I want to say one more thing. I've said it before. Is the benefits of a union. The benefits of a union. The benefits of collective bargaining. Workers need to come together to protect their rights. Be it with local government, state, federal, or the private sector. Unions have helped us, my wife and I, and my children, to have a great standard of living. My father was a longshoreman. He was in retail clerk, and he was a tile setter. He was the president of his union. My wife was a 25-year CWA member, and today she's still a life member of CWA 9415. And because of 9415, she is able to have a pension with lifetime med. Now, a lot of people don't have that. She has it, and it's a result of unions. So to you workers out there, I suggest to you that you continue the collective bargaining agreement and protect your rights. You are entitled to them, you deserve them, and you've worked hard to gain those rights. For anybody to try to deprive any of these individuals that right is a violation, in my opinion, of the American way of life. And I want to say one thing with Judge Bartolini, if he doesn't mind. He and I were at Alameda High School at the same time for a little while. And a good judge, I think, does understand unions and their victories, and naturally even sometimes their defeats. But again, as I said on December 6th, and in my first State of the City address, I want everybody who lives in the city, work in the city, to be proud of it. Not to say you're entitled to something because you live here, but you need to contribute to this community and to this city. You know, I never forgot what John F. Kennedy said in the campaign of 1960. I think everybody should follow what he said. And don't ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. And that filters down to this city. Don't go out there and try to take things from the community, but contribute to it. And with that, we'll go into the next item.